Hello. Thank you so much for waiting for the little bit of a delay. Both a bit late, had a bit this morning and want to give hubby a chance to get his breakfast. And yeah. So let's see, there's Rita, Judy Malley, Uncover the News, Be Kind to All, 2535 Apple, Dawn Amato, hello. I think I've got everyone here so far. It's lovely to see you all. Hi, Dave. And once again, thank you for being patient and hanging in there, waiting for a little bit. Hi, Amy Smith. I have been keeping an eye on the news and stuff. Will they impeach him? Will impeachment be successful? I do think that Pence is trying to stave things off. He doesn't want to be put in the awkward position of, hi, Jude Gerard. Having, you know, pardoning Trump. I think he'd rather if it all went Trump's way. You know, if he could keep Trump there, he doesn't want to be the one who gives Trump a pardon and go down in history like that, letting Trump get away with federal crimes. Hi, Helena Harrison. Hi, Bonnie Russell. I'm not sure how the World Court works, Bonnie Russell. Is it Iraq or Iran? Why has Iraq got papers out for him? Because of the guy getting... Hi, Teresa, Judy. Hello to everyone who's watching as well, not on the comments. Thank you for joining. Has an arrest warrant out for him. Is it over that military guy getting cold? Fox News. I read on Fox News before, but I'm going to read again. Will they lose their broadcasting license? Or have their license suspended? Because the fact is that if their opinion hosts keep doing what they're doing, they're helping to incite possible violence. Yeah, I saw your question, Uncover the News, and earlier, and I wrote it down. I just went through a few of the comments and wrote down some of the questions while I was waiting. So, yes, I'll look at that Pentagon thing. Yeah, the Iran leader. Yeah, is it Iran who's got that think out for them, or Iraq? That's the thing. Hi, Beatrice Harrison. Hi, Renee Rogers. I hope you're feeling better and more hopeful with things. Anyway, there's a lot of Trump stuff. Tucker Carlson, what's going to happen to him? He so frustrates me. He reminds me so much of Lindsey Graham in that at times he shows what he could be and what he should be, what the potential is for him to be, which is so much more and so much better than he is. And then he falls back on, you know. It's like that glimpse of steel that Lindsey Graham showed the other day. But it's too late because he's done too much to undermine any possible you know, he could have been so much more than he is and done so much more than he has. People think that free speech means that the right to free speech that's in your constitution, apparently they think it applies to private media platforms as well, but it doesn't actually. They don't have to air your views if they don't want to. They can say, no, you're wrong, and they can say, no, we're not going to air it. It is the government who cannot block your free speech. So it is up to private entities at this stage to stop these people. I think Facebook should go further. I think anyone who's been arrested from that thing should have, and Twitter should have their accounts blocked, banned permanently, you know, things like that. And it doesn't, you're right, it doesn't cover inciting violence. Will Cruz resign and lose his law license? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have a look at quite a few things. Before I thought I'd start off today with a bit of a different tone and look at how people will be feeling in America after the inauguration is passed. I know there's going to be more and more tension as it builds up to the day. Hi, Cardamancy. Hi, Moonchild. Hi, Sophie. Kathy W, hi. Hi, Sophie Edgewords. Julie Saint, hello. What is going to be the general energy of the United States on the 21st of January? Hi, Deborah Costro. Hi, Eve Watts. Thank you very much. This flipped over. They're just going to be glad it's done. They're just going to be glad that that part is done, gotten done. It's over, basically. A large part of them, this is like, we're sick of having to watch these cups. And then, well, you know, We're sick of having to look forward to this, but always having to be aware that there's this threat over our shoulder. Yeah. So really, there's that general air of, you know, we're just so glad it's done, because we've been dealing with this, and this, and now there's this other threat, and we're sick of having to always be aware of it over our shoulder. And they'll be glad. They'll be glad. What's going on with the Tennessee GOP? Yeah. The Tennessee GOP. I'll have a look at that. I saw that the other day. Where's Pompeo? I've been meaning to ask these questions, but sometimes I just don't get around to a lot of them. So, okay. You can't get Parler on Google Play anymore, Play Store anymore, and Apple, of course, taken it down. Okay. What is the atmosphere going to be like? I'm going to do a cross here. I'll keep this card out. So I feel like finally and into the darkness and into not being able to predict what's going to happen with unseen problems with Trump and all that. There's going to be a huge feeling of that. But also I think a bit of trepidation and about, is he going to be able to set him up elsewhere to interfere and stuff like that. So the Queen of Pentacles reversed is a wastrel, someone who thinks about their own luxury above all others, someone who does not share, someone who does not feel the responsibility of their position. Hi, Bonnie Russell. It's like they're going to ask, is this person really gone, tipped out of power? With his girly hands. The challenge for the American people is that they still feel like they have to look over their shoulder while they're hoping that they're going to be able to be steered into calmer waters. The challenge is to not to be constantly looking back and looking over their shoulders. It's going to be to keep moving forward, to realize that they have to help in the effort to keep moving forward by not constantly looking back. And it's a challenge to find a way to not constantly look back and look over their shoulder. Is he going to be there? Is he going to be there? Is he going to cause problems? Are we going to have to constantly deal with these people? The challenge is also to try and not to have things flare up between Trumpers, because they're not going to disappear, unfortunately. They're not going to go back underground where they are. They're going to be there for quite a while. At the basis of this reading is America is going to want the American people, they're going to want Trump to have to answer for his questions. This is really strong. Now, the base of the reading is the strongest position in the reading. This is what they're going to want, and they're going to have to put that over clearly. Okay? Biden wants to start healing. That's all very well, but you can't be. The healing can't start until those who are responsible are held responsible. There's going to have to be grand juries. This man's going to have to be hauled up before a court and made to answer for his actions. Past actions up to then. Just, again, I wish I could say all worry and all anxiety was going to disappear on the 21st or on the evening of the 20th of January, but it's not. There's still going to be anxiety. There's still going to be nightmares. There's still going to be people worried. But there is the knowledge that with the new president, with the new administration, America is about to embark on a new journey, and there's some hope attached to that. There's some anticipation attached to that. There's even some excitement. You see a little white dog jumping up and down. He's excited to be going on this journey as well, to accompany him. This fool, he's walking there. He's got his satchel. He's got his stick. He's got his head up high. He's got a rose in his hand, expressing his love. The sun is shining on him. He's got his companion by his side. His head is up. He might not seem like he's looking into the future. They're looking into the future. They're going to look towards the future. But in the immediate aftermath of the inauguration, there's still going to be conflict. There's still going to be debate. What needs to happen? What needs to happen when? There are some things it's clear they're going to have to go ahead and do things, but there's still going to be people fighting it. There's still going to be people causing trouble. There's still going to be troublemakers. Drew clarifying on this. Is this an indication of pockets of civil unrest still? Pockets of unrest. Yeah, people trying to manipulate the situation, and yeah, there's still going to be pockets of unrest. What's going on here? There shouldn't be any reverses in this one. It really annoys me, but you know. Okay. In the environment after the inauguration, people are going to have to realise that there's going to have to be a lot of assessment, and there's going to have to be a lot of work done in the garden, which means that it's going to take time, because even now the Biden administration is being denied access to information. The incoming administration is being denied access to some information. They're not getting everything they should be getting. I'll read on that next, Catherine Bush, and hello, will Biden and Kamala be safe? Okay, so but there's still going to be assessment. So this is going to take a while. It's going to be taking up a lot of their time, because information was withheld. They're going to have to weed people out as well. So this could also be weeding out the noxious growth. It's part of tending to a garden. What will people see? Thank you, Joanne Mara. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. People are going to be seeing an end to the Republican fallacy. Oh, Catherine, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. An end to the fantasy that the GOP is a workable option. Okay, their hopes and fears. They're hoping that this change is going to be for the better. Okay? But they're fearing that this change might not happen, that somehow, no, this is afterwards. So they're hoping that this will be a change for the better. But they're fearing that it might not be. They know they can't stop the change of leadership, and they know they can't stop what has to happen, but they're hoping it's going to be a change that leads to healing and new growth. But they're fearing that it might not. What's the outcome? The outcomes, some plans and some choices that are going to have to be revised. Okay, some plans and choices are going to have to be revised because basically it's going to be so much that we're not given information on, and they've had to make plans and stuff based on what they've been given, but they know they're probably going to need revision. But they are going to start building a new legacy. This is the end of the old money-grubbing, hungry GOP legacy, and they're going to be starting building a new one. Stuff that has been hidden from the American people is going to start coming out. They're going to start, and it's not going to be very good. They're going to find out how much they were lied to. And just how badly and just what a terrible agenda Trump had. All this is going to come out in even greater detail after the election, the inauguration, and it's going to be a shock. It's going to be a shock for quite a few people. They shouldn't be, but people are still going to be shocked because most normal people, their dives into, when they imagine diving into the depths of depravity, they can't even come close to what Trump has done. Yeah, the Capitol. It's like 5 people are dead. I know 4 of them were part of the mob, but that to me does not. There should never have been a reason for those 5 people to have been killed. Hi, Joe and Mara. And every one of those deaths has to be accounted for. It doesn't matter which side they were on, whether they were on the mob side or the security side. There should never have been an occasion in when this could have happened, and it's inexcusable. Okay, Catherine Bush asks, are Joe Biden and Kamala Harris going to be safe on Inauguration Day? Oh dear. And part of the reason for the assessment that came up is not just weeding out the noxious growth that's still there, it's also looking at how did things get to such a situation. It didn't happen overnight. As many people have rightfully said, Trump is just the symptom of what went wrong. They're going to have to go back. How did people get to the point of feeling so disenfranchised that they would listen to someone like Trump? They're going to have to review so many things. Yeah. Guides with the highest truth and compassion. Thank you for helping me find insight and clarity to this question. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and their families will be safe on Inauguration Day. Hubby bought me some very pretty yellow roses the other day to cheer me up. There's still a chance I might be able to get over and visit my family, but there's also chances that I might not. So anyway, I'm sure there are people, I know there are people on subscribers of mine who have lost family members, so I'm not going to. Abuse of power. So no, there's still people they have to find who might abuse their positions. But will they be safe? This is a yes card. Plans will come to fruition. Will they be safe is the question I'm asking. Yes. There's the Queen of Swords as a maybe card. This is not a judge. This is justify why you should be there. I think there's going to be a bit of a house clearance in some sectors. Look, there's still the threat of danger is still there. There's deals and making deals and stuff with the trying to steal power or abuse power, abusive position. I did a reading the other day on the implications for the inauguration, and basically I came out with, hi Annie, they're going to be scrapping every plan they had and starting from start. And they're investigating. They're investigating. looking at people. Everyone's going to get triple and quadruple checked. And if you just one little thing, you're out. Doesn't mean you're out of a job or anything, but you're out of the circle for inauguration day. Oh, yeah, that girl. Yeah. Puppy's fine. Whippy's fine. Thank you. But there's going to be boundaries in place. They're going to be able to stand their ground. This is, they are going to be able to bring to an end the GOP in the White House, in this cycle for the GOP in the White House. But they're also going to be on high alert for chaos. The National Guard that Maryland had sent him in, the governor of Maryland, Republican governor, has said they are there until after, at least, or minimum, after the inauguration, and longer if needed. Momentum, it will be carried out with momentum. They're going to speed up. They're going to drop a lot of things that might normally happen, speeches and stuff. So it's going to be a relatively quick They are pouring in extra resources into it. The will of the American people will happen. I don't like seeing this card of loss and regret. I don't feel this is directly associated with Biden or Harris or their families, but there's already been enough loss and regret with regard to it. There's going to be such a strong presence. There's going to be strength around these guys. But again, there's still this is a retirement in the background, a leaving card, a retiring card. Details, details, details. There's still look, they are going to be safe. But there is going to be a threat there, and someone might even be hurt or lost, but it's not going to be one of them. It's like there might be some action somewhere in Washington, D.C. on that day that causes a loss of life or injury. And I don't like saying that. There is going to be an active threat, but it's not going to happen. They will be okay. They're going to do it as quickly as possible. Pare it down to the necessities. The swearing in, and then after that I think they might go inside, and then there'll be possibly televised speeches. They might then televise his speech and all that. They'll do the swearing in on the steps for both of them, and then they'll go in and do speeches inside in secure areas and stuff. Hi, Anne Rudd. But that doesn't mean that there's not, they'll be safe, but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be danger. Yeah. So, and that there's not going to be trouble. There will be a real threat there on the day, but they will not be harmed. They will be fine. Yeah. it's look, I think that if they're outside on the steps in any ways, it's going to be like complete surrounding, like the Pompeo type setup. He hasn't even mentioned the man's name or any of the people who lost their lives. He doesn't care that 4 of his supporters died. He doesn't care. Hi, Wildheart. Okay. Was changing the officials in the Pentagon part of the plan for 0601? 601. Hi, Sandra Henderson. Had to go to the Army, Secretary of the Army eventually. Good on him for saying, yes, get them in there, yeah. You know. It doesn't matter whether the Capitol officer was a big Trump supporter or not. Mimi Rose, and hello, thank you for joining us. He was doing his job, and I'm sure there were people in those buildings who are Trump supporters, but who would never do this. You know, there are people who supported Trump who are good Laura Biden citizens who would never, under any circumstances, you know, take part in something like this. You can't paint them all with the same brush. It's like those officials who, yes, I voted for Trump and all that, but I still have a job to do and would do their job, you know, and Trump would go, well, then you're going to get fired. And so be it. You know, I voted for you, but I'm not going to do this for you. You know, it doesn't matter who those people supported or didn't support. They should never have had to die. They should never have died. I was going to ask a question and I can't. Oh, yeah. The question I was asking is, there's definitely going to be some stuff coming out about that. This card flipped out. With the change in leadership at the Pentagon done in anticipation with 0601 in mind, with the 6th of January in mind. There's going to be somebody coming out and talking about that. The Chariot, the yes card. Normally the Chariot's movement, momentum, but this decision was done in hoping to slow down the momentum of response. Temperance, yes. Tamp down response, yeah. Out in the cold, yeah. To leave the capital and Washington, D.C. out in the cold with regard to being able to get help. Yeah, I do feel there was a bit of that. No. He's happy that they laid down their lives for him. He sees it as them laying down their lives for him. Yeah, there's going to be an blockage, blocking people. I don't think that, look at this, suspension, delay. Congress will be looking into these staff changes. Assessment. Yeah, these people will be ferreted out. They will be weeded out. Isolation, yeah, to keep this place and these people in isolation, just so Trump could feel powerful. And yeah, but there will be consequences for this. There will be consequences. Okay. People who actively didn't take calls, couldn't be found, refused to do it. People who actively, you know, they couldn't get through to this person or that person. You know, there's going to be a review. This guy who said yes was the acting chief of the army. I don't, you know, and he's like, well, put job before loyalty. You know, he might have been a Trump appointee, but he still did the right thing. So yes, it's certainly more than possible that there was some anticipation that, you know, get obstructionist in there. Will they be back on the 17th of the 1st? Reserved the 25th. Pelosi's given him a an ultimatum. Hi, Jacques. Pence, for all he wanted to be president, does not want to be president now. Because then he'd be stuck in a rock and a hard place. Does he pardon Trump? And if he pardons Trump, he's going to get condemned forever, because this is so much worse than anything Nixon ever did. And, you know, yes, technology did the right thing, but you're right, he's not a hero. Will they be back? This is not looking good for that question. There will be defenders in place. They are determined to change things. There's going to be a lot of people in that crowd who are like, oh, fuck, did not know this, pardon my French, did not know that this was going to happen, and they won't go back. There's people there who are, yeah, they're doing what they want. They're planning, details, planning. there are some people who are teetering, trying to decide whether they should do it or not. A lot of people aren't going to be, a lot of the ones aren't going to be able to, because they'll be in court and they'll be like, you know, you can't travel, they'll be in detention. I think, you know, it's going to be a change. They're determined to enact change that is not, and it's not change for the better, it's change for the worse. They're talking themselves up there. Momentum, momentum, momentum. Real cause for anxiety and worry. I'd like to say no, but yes, I think there will be a group of them back there on the 17th. It's like they're not going to get as many people as they thought. They'll be a bit disappointed like that. But I also feel like there's a cuckoo in the nest there. A cuckoo in the nest. Part of the reason that they were able to get the people who plotted against Whitmer to kidnap Whitmer was they had informants. So there's definitely informants in there, possibly even undercover agents. They're looking for money and funds at the moment, and they're being offered money and funds at the moment. Yeah, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be pretty. They're definitely out to do the wrong thing. I heard somebody said, we're going to come back on the 17th and we're going to be armed. It's a real burden. So no. Corruption, prosecution. They are going to get there, but I think if the trouble starts up that they want to try to start up, it's going to be swiftly clamped down upon. This is the 8 of Wands. Suspension, corporation money, greedy merchants. They want to be there and they want to cause trouble, and they're going to get their wish. But also a lot of them are going to end up in court. But they're going to be disappointed with the outcome of everything, which, good. Good. I'm pretty sure there's a spy in the camp, so that's a lot of things. But he's been told not. I'm pretty sure he's been told not to even go there. With pardoning people. In fact, thought went through my head that Pence has told him, if you make one move to pardon these people, I will enact the 25th. Or I will make sure you are removed from office, you know, and I will not pardon you. He's told him that, I think. Sometimes it feels that way, doesn't it, GM Dave? But, you know, not every police officer goes into the academy or whatever thinking that that's why they want to be a police officer. Sometimes they go in and they're very good intention, but the people around them get corrupted by people around them. Of course, there's always those who go in there because they want to be in a position of power over people. Hi, Georgie Moon. Clarence, you there? Hi, Tara F. Hi, Nancy Lee. Yes, what's going to happen to Matt Gaetz? Let's have a look at Matt Gaetz. Oh, my God. Yeah, Pence is trying really hard to cover his own ass. That's all. And yes, he is a fineless jellyfish, but when it comes to protecting yourself and covering your own ass, you know, jellyfish have stings. So they may be spineless, but they can sting and they can damage and they can harm. And in some cases, they can kill. So just remember that when you call someone a spineless jellyfish. They have other. Will Pelosi become president? I'll have a look at that. Matt Gaetz. What's in store for Matt Gaetz? Let's have a look. Overflowing emotion. What's his challenge? Oh, his challenge is keeping to his partnership and his deals. And in his relationships. The base of the reading for Matt Gaetz is lost opportunity, lost money. Lost opportunity and money. His past actions have led up to him being victorious and getting back into the House of Reps. What's above him at the moment? Ooh, abuse of power. Show of abuse of power. Proof of abuse of power. At the base, lost opportunity, lost money. And his challenge is to being able to keep his relationships. It is time he got over himself and let go of any ideas of future power he had. This is his immediate future. His world's going to get turned upside down. Long dark night of the soul, and maybe even worse. And he's going to have to let go of dreams of the future. What's going to happen? Something's interesting in the wind for him. Okay, in his environment. Dropping the bundle. Walking away, not being able to handle the load. And it's also a 10. He's had 2 10s, end of the cycle. People see someone who's going to have to make a very, very, very painful decision. He'd better think really carefully about what he does next. What are his hopes and fears? He hopes he's not going to be able to be tied to the conflict, but he fears he might be, to encouraging the rioters and the conflict, you know. He hopes he's not going to get tied to all that and caught up in all that and being tied to it, but he fears he might be. What are the outcomes for Matt Gaetz? Walking away. This is voluntarily walking away. If it was reversed, he'd be forced to walk away. A change in his fortunes, but not a good one, a change for the bad. Dark time, these are a second major arcana here. The sun, but it's reversed, exposure leading to dark times. These are two major arcana. That is big impact on him. And an impact that's going to be long lasting. No energy, no creativity, loss of opportunity, energy, creativity, loss of blocking of ideas. Yeah, nothing, it's not looking good for Matt Gaetz. Even YouTube, I think you wish they would. Oh, I did Josh Hawley's card the other day, Kathy W, and not looking the best for him either. So don't worry, he's getting his comeuppance. What is it? Rachel Weisz said in The Money to the guy who played Benny, nasty little men such as yourself always get their comeuppance. Thank you, Clarence. Hi, Anna Mercado. Kate, Sweet Blues, lovely to see you after a while. Hello to everyone who's watching too. Thank you so much for joining as well. Hi, Sharon Lee. Hi, Joji. What else is in my book? I wrote down some. The World Cup. World Cup. Will the US be turning Trump over to the World Court because of the arrest warrant out? Tara S, hello. Look, there might be some move towards that in the future, but at the moment, that's any idea of doing that is going to be certainly put on pause. America want to deal with him first. He's skating on thin ice there. Yeah, no, they won't do it. Not because they don't think he needs to be, not because they don't think that Iran or Iraq, whoever bought that, served that warrant, don't have a case, but because they need to deal with him first. America needs to deal with him first, and then I think they might let the wolves have at him. They need to deal with him first in order for America to move along. So until he's been dealt with to the satisfaction of the American people, they're not going to hand him over to anyone. Fox News is different from Fox, Nancy Lee. No, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't put the dumbing down of America down to Fox News, Nancy. It's in allowing the education system to be stripped and devolved, and in removing vital subjects that are important, and that thank you, Laura, that are important for so many reasons. That's led to the dumbing down of America, and to people objecting to. They would rather get rid of history in the schools than see history written in it, than see history revised as it should be, and things like that. The dumbing down of America can be led back to people who wanted to stop educating, wanted to stop education when education would look towards it heading in a way that would lead to people having to face uncomfortable truths. Thank you, Anna Macedo. Thank you. What else is in the notes? Will Fox have their license suspended? I did a reading on this the other day, and they're in danger of it. Tucker Carlson. What's going to happen with Tucker Carlson? Yeah, Fox don't help. They're going to have, they should have hard-hitting documentaries looking at things. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Tharley. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate all the donations today and the support. It's really, really humbling. Thank you so much. Gods of the highest truth and compassion. Thank you. Future for Tucker Carlson. Let's have a look. His ideas. He thinks he's teaching America to think outside the box. Of being told what to do by the media and stuff, and being fed lies to. He honestly believes that's what he's doing, encouraging Americans to think outside the box. He honestly feels like he's the king of his little pond, like he's the big cheese. Thank you, Elizabeth Harrington, that he's the big cheese, and that he is the king of opinion hosts. And yeah, he honestly believes that. What are his challenges? His challenges is going to be finding a platform on which to talk from. This is it's Page of Wands, the orator, the deliverer of news, but it was reversed. I'm going to ask a question. I'll write it down so I don't forget it after I've done this. Okay, the question I've written down is, are Fox News going to clean house? Anyway, so this is his challenge, is finding a platform from which to speak. At the base of this reading, and this is the strongest position in this cross, the base of the reading is the Knave of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, an offer. Having to start again from the bottom. It's not as smart as he thought he was. Having to start again, or being shoved down into the bottom. Shoved down onto the bottom ring in the opinion post hierarchy. An offer that is going to set him back in his a few of these guys might then find themselves being shoved out of the limelight. Oh, wow. His past actions leading up to present is leading to a rift. Yeah, leading to a rift. Hanging over this reading for him. Having to go, he hasn't become the master of things like he's thought. He's going to be shoved back. This reflects the bottom of the rung here. Shoved back into an apprenticeship position. His career is going to get a big backward step. Big backward step. And yeah. Big backward step. That's interesting. He's got hard times ahead. Yes, he has. His immediate future. He's going to be feeling heartbreak and betrayal, but he's going to have to let go He's just going to have to let go of that dream of his. What is in his environment? Man, these cards look bad for him. And the only major arcana he's gotten is a huge split. Victory overturned. His position as an emissary of the king overturned. What do people see? Someone who is greedy to hang on to power and will do and say anything to do that. He has political ambitions, but I don't think they're going to come off. I'm reading on Tucker Carlson, Nancy Lee. He's hopes and fears. He's hoping he's going to be able to walk away with dignity on his own, but he's also fearing he's going to be forced out. Shopify as well. What are the outcomes for Tucker Carlson? Prosecution. It's not looking good. He's going to have to face a grumpy prosecutor. What? Oh. Good money, good work. Journey money. I think he's honestly been paid for his opinions. Oh, a change that he cannot avoid. Absolutely cannot avoid. His theft. He's going to be considered a thief and a liar. And to have stolen something. One more. He's going to need legal aid, but it's going to be a long time in coming. Oh, my goodness. Things aren't looking too good for Tucker Carlson. He's going to be taken. And I'm not going to feel particularly sorry for him. Like I said, he's one of those frustrating ones like Lindsey Graham. Occasionally you see a glimpse of the sort of person they could be and the sort of integrity they could show and they should have shown. But just they're weak. They're weak because they cannot overcome their need for, what would you call it? Their need for validation more than their need for validation and their need to shine in somebody else's light, a place in the spotlight over their conscience to do the right thing. What else is on the list today? Let's see. Tennessee GOP and Pompeo. But first I'm going to ask, is Fox News going to clean house? Interesting question. Might use the lights here. Oh, yeah, Pence is on a 24-hour guard. Punts. Ah, sorry to hear about that animator. The Empress that flew out. I said, is Fox News going to clean house? Yes. Shuffle. Hi, Shelby Lisa. Hi, Melinda Dutcher. Hello to everyone who's watching. It's lovely to see a nice few more people. Please remember to give me a thumbs up. It really does, you know. It's nice. It's nice to see the thumbs up. Yes, I know it puts me out there a bit more on YouTube, but it's just nice to see the thumbs up. Hi, Joji. It's about Lindsay and the election of the RV bomber. Lindsay's from South Carolina. Could be about the RV bomber, but anyway, we'll see. You know, I'm ashamed to say, and my apologies, I actually hadn't thought about that bombing in Nashville on Christmas morning. I hope that the people of Tennessee are on the road to recovering from that, but I do feel there's such a need to find out why that, you know. Oh, dear. Okay. Is Fox got a clean house? Ace of Wands. Oh, yes. A new broom, new energy is going to come into Fox News. I think that there's the powers that be are like they're being held hostage to these by the opinion host, and it's time to break free of those binds. Knight of Swords. There's going to be chaos at the Fox News. There's going to be chaos. There's going to be internal investigations. No. Have you been paid for your opinion? Who have you been paid by? Yeah. That Clarence Thomas's wife. Oh, we'll see what. Will he resign? Clarence Thomas, isn't it? Clarence Thomas. The devil. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a determination to stop falling into the trap of ratings above all else. They can recover ratings with a different approach and attracting a new audience. You know, looking at that, trying to cut the ties. Again, being held hostage and trying to cut the ties. Four of Pentacles. There's more to it than just that. There's an added element of hanging on to their purse, they need to do it to hang on to their license. They'll lose their license if they don't. There's going to be a review of everything. The Hierophant. Yeah, they're going to be looking at breaches of telecommunication laws and this and that and the other. There's going to be a lot of investigation into breaches of, this is the Hierophant government. The boundaries in which have been set. for the industry, for the, yeah, they're not as autonomous as they think they are, the television industry and the broadcasting industry. There are still things they have to meet. And yeah, the breaches of this time and time again, there's going to be a new start at Fox. There's going to be some news coming out about some of these people. They're not going to shield some of these people. They're not going to, they're going to basically throw them out and expose them because they feel they need to. Seven of Swords. Here's that theft again, getting away with things. These people have been just acting as if there's no consequences to their actions and to their words. That should be reversed. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get away with it. Free of Cups. Support. There's support. There is support for this move. Magician. They have everything they need there to do it. They can manifest everything. Because if they don't do it, they're going to die. They're going to be gone. This is a matter of survival now. So they can't attract ratings and they can't go into people's homes if they don't have a license to do so anymore. Temperance. So they know they have to crack down on things, and it's going to take a little time, but it's going to happen. You have to be patient. Knight of Wands. Internal investigations again. Internal investigations. The Hangman. They might even be suspended for a while. I saw this again with them earlier, that their license could get suspended for a while until they can prove that, you know. They don't clean house, they're going to lose their license completely. As it is, they're in danger of, there's a possibility it's going to be suspended for a while. Because what these people are saying about an attack on a federal government, well, not just a federal government building, but probably the most important in the country, even more so than the White House, is not acceptable, and it's, you know, it's going to be seen as supporting insurrection, you know, supporting these people. So yeah, Fox could, don't be surprised if they get their license suspended. This is the second time I've had that outcome, but yeah, they are going to be cleaning a house. I think the likes of Tucker Carlson and all that are going to, they might find a voice on OAN or news, whatever they call it. If those guys are allowed to keep a broadcasting license. Now, Clarence Thomas. Now, I just saw a comment that said Thomas's wife encouraged things or something. Hi, Ronald. I assume it's Clarence Thomas's wife who's a nasty piece of work. She's just nasty. 24,000 deaths in 9 days. Oh my God. Okay, Clarence Thomas, Justice Clarence Thomas. That's him, isn't it? Is he going to have to resign? I don't know much about the man. I don't even know. Hang on a minute. After Clarence Thomas, I'll read on the vaccine. Will they vaccine will it roll out, improve after Biden is in office, after Biden takes over? Trump's punishing the American people. Clarence Thomas, Justice Clarence Thomas. Is he going to have to resign? He is definitely in a nasty corner, painted into a nasty corner in group. Something's going to come out about good communication. He's definitely in a hard place. Minor celebration, 4 of Wands, return home. Hi, Charlotte O'Keefe. Ooh, the Hermit, forced into isolation in this case. I feel it should be like forced isolation. Nine of Cups, which is the yes card. Greedy merchant, support of the greedy merchant. Deals, partnerships. Biden, King of Cups. Wow. Biden's going to be able to nominate. Biden will be nominating a new justice. There's not going to be any talk of rushing someone through. Walking away, and again, I feel like it should be that, forced to walk away. End, completion of one journey, start of another, the world. In fact, I feel like the 4 faces, the 4 angry faces around here are the faces of some of the other justices. They're really angry that his wife participated in any way in this. He shouldn't be there. Biden, Biden's going to be nominating someone who's compassionate, who is wise, who's a strong leader, and who can bring renewed energy to the court. Heartbreak for Thomas, but look at all this. Eight of Swords, the greedy merchant, walking away card, heartbreak. Yeah, he might be heartbroken, but having to start on a new journey. Got no choice. He is the fool. He has to start a new journey. stabbed America in the back. This is the end, the 10 of swords, stabbed in the back. End of the cycle. He's going to have to go. Yeah, I think Clarence Thomas might resign. Hope so. It's not that if his wife participated in any way, he has to go. He cannot stay where he is, because if any of those cases end up before the Supreme Court, he's not going to be. He'd have to recuse himself. Okay, so Clarence Thomas. Now, the next question was, will the vaccine rollout improve after Trump takes over? No, Clarence. I was talking about Clarence, Justice Thomas from the Supreme Court. Yes, for entertainment purposes only, Kathy W. Thank you. I put my I put a full disclaimer up at this, with all of my lives. I didn't do it once and they took it down. So full disclaimer every time now. Yes, will the vaccine rollout improve after Biden is in office? Isolation. There has definitely been an attempt to keep people isolated from the vaccine here. The Emperor, a steady hand is going to take over, a firm hand, a hand that's going to lead to more stability. Temperance, is still going to be some need for patience, but there's going to be a more balanced approach to getting the vaccine to people. Definitely, this is the vaccine here. The lid here is on the cup. There's definitely been a withholding. Trump is behind this, and he's done it purely to punish people. You didn't vote for me. You didn't bring this through for me. You didn't get me in the door. So, I'm just going to make you suffer for a while. Definitely going to be a bit of chaos happening, and it's definitely going to be investigations into why, because they're going to get in there and there's going to see there's no reason for this to have happened. Yeah, and they're going to tie it back to Trump. This is Trump, the false knight. Remember, he knocked back Pfizer when Pfizer offered him more doses. Here's Biden. Definitely, yeah, it's definitely going to be smooth. Unfortunately, before that can happen, there's still going to be some losses. There's still going to be losses that needn't have happened if people have had the vaccine. By the time the mess is sorted, because he has left a bit of a chaotic mess there that's going to have to be sorted, but it's going to be relatively quickly that they'll be able to sort, but not in time to prevent more losses. Yes, Trump's been hanging on to it. There's going to be new energy and new ways they're already looking at new ways of getting the vaccine to people. And yeah, Trump withholding, Trump stealing, Trump being lost. There will be whistleblowers about it, but yeah. But it's still going to be a really anxious time. Things will improve. Going to take a wee little bit of time. This whole lot with the vaccine. It's still going to be a very anxious time. Things will improve, but it's not going to stop the anxiety that people feel every day. Yes, they'll be relieved that it's improved, but they're still going to feel anxious for themselves, for their families, until they actually get it. It's still going to, you know, there'll be investigations into what happened. Hi, Jane Finley English. Yeah, there was something else I was going to look at. Oh, what is it? What is it? It was, oh, I'll look at this first and then I'll look at something. See if I can find the comment that reminded me of it. I'm strolling back through some comments. Hi, everyone who's watching too. It's nice to see, you know, well over 100 people joining us. That's lovely. Thank you so much. Oh, KW. Hi, Lucian Costa. Despoda, how are you? I haven't seen your name in quite a long while. Welcome back. It's lovely to see your name back. Oh, there was something that broke into. Oh, Steve Bannon, God. There was something that popped into my head and I was going to read on. Oh, I should have written it down. Got distracted before I could write it down. Let's see. Pompeo. Where's Pompeo? Where is Jaime? Hi, Mary Fanoof. Where's Jaime? Where is Mike Pompeo? In fact, no, I'll use a different deck. I'm glad it's cooling down more today. It's in the high 20s, I think, after Thursday when we had up to 42 degrees here. Can you see Whitby? Whitby! Come here, Bubba. Come to Mummy. Come on. Come to Mama. Oh, yeah. Had a request. We had a Whitby request. Can we see Whitby? Can you see? No. Brought a fly in with you. Hang here. Oh, let's rub Mummy's tummy. or mummy rub. There he is. There he is. He's not good at sitting still for mum. He does for his dad all the time. Yes. Okay. It's not for me. Okay. Give you a treat. Make sure you've got lots of water. Yes, you have. My birthday present along with the red roses. Lovely. Some Elizabeth Arden perfumes. I'm happy. I just thought, oh, look at the quote. Okay. Where's Pompeo? What's going on with Pompeo? He is. He's beautiful. He never sits still for me, but he does for hubby, but not for me. He's the sweetest thing. He's a very special dog. People who hate dogs have just fallen in love with Whitby, you know. Did you call him Bubba? No. Oh, yeah, I do call him Bubba sometimes. Yeah, but his name's Whitby. Yeah. Bubba Boy, I call him sometimes. Bubba Boy and Bubba Girl. Bubby for the husband. What's happening with Pompeo? Ooh. Well, retirement is in the wings for him because he's going to be out of a job soon. Oh. Abuse of power. Deep doo-doo in his head. This is what's on his mind at the moment. Abuse of power. What's his challenge? He's trying to make a decision and plan for the future. He's trying to make plans for his future, but he's not sure he's going to be able to. What has he done? Night, Shelby, Lisa. Thank you so much for joining. At the base of this reading, he's trying to gather resources around him. Family, money. You can see her feet here in this card. It's like she's got her toes caught up and she's clawing at the dirt to try and get as much as she can from it. Because this is what she's holding is not going to be enough. Past actions leading up to where he is. Oh boy. Things are going to come back and bite him in the backside. Oh my goodness. Prosecution hanging over the air. Prosecution. But also association with corruption. Prosecution on things corruption. What is in his near future? Whatever it is, he's not prepared for it. He's not prepared for it. He's been trying to distance himself from the shit given, and it's not working. The shit given being Trump. What is in his environment? Okay. The hanged man. Sacrificial lamb. A pause in his a pause. He needs can be paused, stopped. Is he even in the US at the moment? Is he even in the US? Because if he's out traveling around, that's going to stop. He's going to have to come back home. Or either that or he's going to stay where he is. And maybe he's at the Ecuadorian embassy. I don't know. But there's a pause in his momentum, either an actual stop traveling and coming home, or he's stopping where he is and saying, can I stay here? He took trip to Camp David, okay. What do people see? Someone who plighted his troth to Trump. He's been one of Trump's chief enablers. He's in Italy. Yeah, there's some confusion as to about where he is. And someone who's willing to, who's trying to make deals to save himself. Someone who's willing to make deals to save himself. Hi, Evening Navala. I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome back. What are his hopes and fears? He really, really hopes he's not going to go down the gurgler with and be tied to this disruption of the rule of law, but he fears that he will be. Hello to your kitty too. Hello. Thank you. Yeah. I think Whitby likes it when I pick him up to put him on telly because he knows he can get away with trying to lick up on myself because I don't like that. I got bitten in the face by a dog when I was a child. In fact, the dog, Whitby is a doppelganger for that dog. So such a different animal. But I've never been able to have dogs lick me in my face since. So when you see me doing that, it's not that I don't like Whitby. It's just that it's, yeah. What are the outcomes for Pompeo? He's still hoping to get the American people behind him. Ooh, change of fortune and not for the good. No, this could be Russia. He might be fleeing to Russia. He definitely, whatever it's doing, it's going to hit the American people. Oh, he's desperately trying to hide the truth about some things. Investigations and chaos is all that is in. I've turned for the worst. He's going to try and, I think if he tries to send his plane to Russia, it's going to be diverted back to the US then. Yeah. Nothing good is in Pompeo's future. Yes, they were. Yeah. Did you see that guy with the plastic restraint cuffs? He was there to take people. He was there to restrain and remove people. Is Pompeo going to be brought back to the US? Is Pompeo going to be brought back to the US? is Pompeo being brought back to the US. There are definitely plans to bring him back. And it is a really, really vital decision. Yes, tempering. Maybe pause. Here's that pause again. To change he can't avoid. This is a no card, but he's gotten yeses and maybes for the others. So it's something he's not going to be able to avoid. And these three are major arcana. He's not going. Yeah, he's going to try and sneak away. He's going to try and sneak away. This is the end of any hope he has of leaving the Republican Party. That's all come to an end. Again, no. Again, yeah, he wants to drop his bundle and run. Again, end of a cycle. Conflict. He's going to fight it. He's going to. No, yeah, but yeah, too strong. He is going to try and get himself somewhere where he can hide. But no, he's going to be brought back to the US. Yeah. He's not going to want to come back, but he is. Will Pompeo be indicted? Interesting question. Oh, they were going to go for Schumer as well. And some even for McConnell. But Pence, Pelosi, and Schumer, I think, were the main things. Will Pompeo be indicted? I got they want to, and they're looking into it, but they might have trouble getting evidence. That's just what flashed through my head when I asked that question. Thank you, guys. Let's have a look at the cards. When will Trump try to escape the country? Ah, interesting question. I think he's going to. He's already said he's not going to be at the inauguration. First, anyway, I'll tell you about the first thought that flashed in my mind when I read that question. But first, let's just look at, will Pompeo face indictment? Yes, under a strong leader. That is Merrick Garland. He's going to be surprised. Surprising you, he's going to be surprised that he might be indicted with stuff. He's going to have to build up his defences, and he's going to be embattled. Ruddy Nora. Spying again. Wow. Entertainment only, purposes only. Judgment. He's going to be judged. Justice. He will face justice. Fortune. This is always going to happen. He betrayed his country in a big way. For money and favours. Well, if this is true, Mike Pompeo is in a hell of a lot of trouble. He's going to go to prison and never get out. People don't like spies. Oh, yeah, he said he's happy he's not coming. They don't need him there. Pence is welcome. Pence is always welcome, he said. And, yeah, he's happy that Trump's not going to be there. Now, when will Trump try to leave the country? What he is going to try. What flashed through my head was the 17th. He's going to use the 17th to divert attention. So, is he going to try and flee the country on the 17th? Is he going to use the 17th? People coming back, pledging to come back and cause trouble on the 17th. Is he going to try and use that? Hey, sweetheart. How's my sexy man?
How's it going?
Good.
Do you want a cuppa?
I'd love a fresh coffee. Thank you. I'll just put the cup over here. You guys want me to stay on for a bit longer? Normally I do 2 hours, but I'm happy to do longer if you like. I think I might stay on a bit longer today, maybe another hour. We'll see. Between half an hour. So a coffee would be good.
Just an instant.
Just an instant. And Whitby had to. They had Whitby in to say hello. I love Whitby. Don't you guys? You love Whitby.
How could you not?
Yes, longer. Yep. Okay. Okay. I got what flashed in my head when I read Uncover's question is, when will Trump try and flee the country? Is he going to use any disruption caused by his followers on the 17th as a distraction? So I think he's going to try and skip on the 17th. I don't think GM Dave. I don't think any self-respecting banana boat captain would have Trump on board. Catch a banana boat from Mar-a-Lago. And go to Argentina if it looks fun. He'll have limitless burger activity. Hi, Sylvia Hanks. How are you? Thank you for joining. Haven't seen your name before. It's always lovely to see a new name. Okay. Is Trump going to use the possible disruption, people coming back on the 17th as a distraction so he can flee the country? That is his hope. This is the star card, the card of hope. That's what he's hoping it'll do. Give him a chance to escape. Oh, he's feeling really constrained and restricted at the moment. I don't think he can fart without someone watching him and measuring the gas levels. Yay! Ireland won't take him. What are his challenges going to be? Things are going to come to light. He's trying to keep this secret, but trying to keep this things hidden. Like anyone could not read that he's the sort of person who would skip out rather than you know, the base of the reading, the strongest card of the reading, Empress, but it's reversed. He's hoping to skip to Russia, but
Very hot.
I don't think that's going to work. That's not going to happen. Thank you.
Okay, very hot. Be careful.
He's got such a sexy voice. You, darling. Getting this coffee. I need coffee, guys. So he's been hoping to go to Russia, but I don't think Putin's going to take him. That's turned upside down. Partly he's feeling really, really embattled, and he's like, this guy's looking through a telescope, like holding a flare, like, help me, help me. He's looking. He's like, help me, who's going to help me? Maybe little grey aliens might take him in, so they can, I don't know, study him. Oh, King of Cups. Yeah. Oh my God. Honestly, he has not stopped trying. He is still hoping to unseat Biden and stay in place. What a total shit given. I'll never tell you that again. I promise, darling.
Terrible word.
It's a great word. Hubby goes, shit given's a terrible word. I like, it's a great word. I unfortunately cannot claim credit for it, but I love it. I'm sorry if you don't like the SHIT part of it, but it's just so true. SHITGIBBON. Shit given. Okay. He's still hoping. But in his immediate future plans, he's so busy working on his plans. This guy's so focused on perfecting his craft or whatever. He's not seeing the fog coming for him. He's so busy focusing on his plans and all the little details that, you know, of his escape route. In the air for him, it's a broken partnership. He was hoping to go to Russia, but Russia's not going to have him. Broken partnership. He's not happy about that. What do people see? People see someone who needs to face justice, who needs to answer for his actions. I said, is he going to try and use the 17th as a distraction to get out of the country? Yeah, he's hoping he's going to be able to flee and get back to his former status and position of a true leader, the best leader ever. But he's fearing that all this is going to come back and bite him in the ass. His dreams of power. He's hoping to reclaim his dreams of power, but he's fearing that dreams of power might bite him in the ass. Okay, what are the outcomes for him? The question is, you see, this is his hope. He's hoping to be able to use the 17th of January events in Washington, D.C. I don't know why I shortened it to WDC in my head. I just tabs. As a diversion to escape, to flee the country. What are the outcomes of this? King of Pentacles. Three of Swords. a new journey for him. 3 of Cups. You would think that it would be good, but the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords is heartbreak for him. It's not going to work. His accounts, everything's being monitored. It accounts. It's heartbreak for him. It's not going to work out. He's got an entirely new journey in front of him, but not the one he wanted. He's overindulged in his dreams. He thinks there's support there that isn't, and he can't accept that. Let's do a bit of clarification here. Where's my little purple and gold deck? I'm just going to go through for a minute, and because somehow some reversals have found their way into this. This is a clarifying deck. I don't use reversals for clarification deck. Well, not normal, not for this one. I've never seen him being able to pull it off, to get out. I've seen him try but fail time and time again. I've read on it numerous times over the last 12 months, and every time I've seen him trying to do it, planning to do it, you know, getting things together and sorted to do it, and attempting to do it, but not succeeding. Just remember the rules of my site, please. No genuine wishing of harm. Even jokingly, don't wish anyone, you know, and don't comment on minors. Okay. Will Trump successfully flee from the country? Ace of Wands, that's a yes. King of Pentacles. He's got a King of Pentacles before. He's definitely got money set up somewhere, but the Fool is he's not prepared. He's not prepared enough, so that's a no. 4 of Wands, homecoming. No, he's got someone close to him who's there to keep an eye on him to stop it. No, not going to be able to. Again, I get the same thing. He's not going to be able to. While he's hoping he'll be able to, he's not going to be able to. He's going to have to stand and defend himself. He's not going to be able to flee the country. He's going to try. There's no doubt about it. He's going to try, and I think he's going to try and use the 17th as a diversion for that. But you know what? Don't think it's going to work. I've never seen him work it. Seen it work. He might even get to another country or even into their airspace, but they'll be turned around. You know, he might even get off the ground and into the air, but they'll be turned around and escorted back. He thinks he's going to be able to sneak out. He's not. He's not. That's not going to happen. Thank you, Eve. That's a lovely thing. Hi, Geek Hillbilly. Hi, Georgie. How are things in Brizzy with the lockdown? Are you coping okay? Georgie Moon? Yes, we call Brisbane Brizzy because we're Aussies and we add E onto a lot of things. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna be successful. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna unplug that thing. This is the doorbell. It's attached to that ringer. It's sitting on my desk and it's going off. It's been going off at all times. We thought, well, maybe it's a time to replace the battery or something. But no, I'm just started. It freaked me out, but you know, it's just I don't know what's going on, so I'm going to unplug it. Teresa Judy. That's okay. I can still make you a moderator, and if you're on, you can do it if you like. But I think I've got enough at the moment. But yeah, if you'd like to be, that's fine. I know that sometimes I go on. Yeah. Oh, I get Oh Susanna and another one. Yeah. Could be a guide. Yeah. It's just weird. How is Trump's health? I'll tell you what, after I unplug it, if it's still starting going off, then I'll be freaking out. I'll be like my husband, throw it out, throw it out. Okay, Tara S, thank you. I'll try that. Turkey in the straw. How is Trump's health? Guides of the highest truth and compassion. Thank you. The question of Trump's health. Knight of Pentacles. Is Trump under house arrest? That's an interesting question. I do think he's being confined. Is Trump under house arrest? Knight of Pentacles reversed. His health is such that he actually wouldn't be able to take a long legal struggle. This is the slowest moving knight. This is a lawyer. Physically. Nine of Pentacles. He thinks he's a lot healthier than he is. Of course, he's delusional. He thinks he's fine with his health. He's the most healthy person. He's in perfect health. He struggles. King of Swords. No, his health is not what it seems. It is corrupted to the core. This is The King of Swords is reversed. The struggle is to actually accept that his health is up the party. Corruption to the core. He is, yeah, not well at all. Oh, at the base of this reading, this is not good. There is a change coming in his health and he's not going to be able to avoid it. This doesn't mean that he's going to drop, okay? Don't wish that on him. This just means that we're talking about his health. There is a change coming in his health that he is not going to be able to avoid anymore. Justice. Everything leading up, past leading up to this, justice, they'd be justified in removing him because of his health. He's physically and mentally incapable of doing his job at the moment. They know, and they'd be justified in bringing out the 25th. They just don't want to seem like the bad guys here. They prefer that Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats look like the bad guys. This is what he's not going to be able to avoid. Look, they've been hiding things about his health for a long time. And they haven't been making wise decisions. This is secret, hidden agendas, hidden secrets. They haven't been honest with the American people about him. It is time, it's going to be born on him that it's time for him to go. This is in his immediate future. Say you're resigning due to your health. The toll of the last few months has affected your health as such. This is the offer. Do it, do this, say this, use this. It's true. Five of Wands in his environment at the moment. Conflict, fighting, settling down. But this is also reversed, so it means resolution. They're looking at using his health issues to resolve the issue of him resigning while saving some face. Wheel of Fortune. People are seeing someone who, you know, has refused to acknowledge change in any way, even with his health. He's refused to acknowledge the change in the government because of the election. He's refused to acknowledge changes in his own diagnosis and things like that. He's refused to acknowledge changes of allegiances. He's refused to, you know, except to maybe turn on people. He refused to acknowledge that he does not have entire control over what happens to him. What are his hopes and fears? He's really fearing he's going to drop. He hopes he doesn't, but he's really fearing it. Now, this in combination with that is not a good set. He's really scared. He's really scared that he's going to. He hopes he doesn't, and we all hope he doesn't, but he's really scared. What are his outcomes for his health? Yeah, he's on thin ice. He's on thin ice. He can't keep going, otherwise he's gonna, you know, fall through. And he's got to. He's still deluding himself, and he's going to delude himself to the day that they nail him in, whenever that is. Knight of Cups. Oh my God, he is. He totally believes the bullshit that he's feeding himself, and he totally believes that there's no reason for him to resign based on his health. But Nine of Wands, he's in battle. His health is embattled. It's not good. Not good an outcome for his health. You know, he's much more fragile. Everyone's been saying, oh, Joe Biden's fragile and all this. Joe Biden has a few issues that elderly people have with regard to maybe weakening bones and things, but he is in rude bloody health. He is in good shape. Trump never has been. Okay, now what was the next question I wrote down? Is Trump under house arrest? That is a really interesting question. Is Trump under house arrest? Hi, Bo Smith. Is Trump under house arrest? I got, in a way he is, not officially. That's what went through my head. Thank you, guys. They are definitely, they're like watching his every move. Spies in the camp, definitely, and unashamedly. There are people there who are, he's got no choice about them being there. And they're there purely and simply to watch everything he does, even when he's asleep. There's going to be someone sitting even in bed at night. There's somebody sitting in a chair in the corner of that room. Oh, the Republican Party. This is work of the Republican hierarchy. I've got temperance. He's definitely being tempered. And what temperance means, restrained, tempered, what he can do, tempered down. They're playing a bit of a balancing act in that he's not under official house arrest. They're trying to juggle it. He's definitely restrained. He's definitely under restrained or restriction. King of Wands. There's somebody else in there who is basically telling him what to do and what to say. I think this is Pence. Enough is enough, you know, and I'm the new king now until the 20th, and you do as I say. This is Pence. The thing is, Pence wants that power, but he doesn't want it. He doesn't want to be sworn in as president because he doesn't want to have to be in a position where he grants Trump a pardon. He doesn't want to do that. Page of Cups. This is surprising and upsetting for Trump, and it's surprising and upsetting for a lot of people. In fact, I think his whole family is sort of like exposure. It will come out. Stuff will come out about what's happening. He's still arguing. He's still causing conflict. He's still causing trouble, but it's all behind the scene. Giuliani will get disbarred Helena Harris, and I did a reading on that the other day. The Emperor. The Emperor's new clothes. I think at the moment he's entering in and out of a deluded state. Truth's going to come out about it will come out about what's been happening behind the scenes since Wednesday. It might take a while. He's dropped his bundle completely. He's entering in and out of a slew. There might even be talk of putting him in hospital. Walk away. It's the end. They're still, yeah, they're trying to talk him into doing it. We will get you judged. They'll put him in the psych ward. They have to. They'll get a doctor to declare his incompetency. Yeah. So in a way he is, but not officially. Oh my God. Is this a pretext to declare martial law? I got no, went through my head. Joanne, martial law is not going to be declared. They won't, even if they try to do it. The heads of the military won't do it. They'll say that no, they cannot do it because, in their view, the president is not in his right mind. So, yeah, that won't happen. Will the Premier of Alberta, Jason Kay, resign regarding COVID and the politicians here? Okay, fair enough. Helena, I'll read that. Your Premier Jason Kenney in the province of Alberta in Canada, will he resign? Hey, sweetheart. Cameo, just scrolled through there. Hi, Gail Champion. Haven't seen you for a little while. Welcome back. Mummy's working. Mummy's doing stuff. What? You want to come and sit on them again, don't you? Thank you, Teresa Judy. Thank you. So what's his name? Jason Kenney. Will he resign? Knight of Wands. He's embattled, but he's standing his ground. He's looking at the details to be looked at. Ace of Swords, that's a yes card. So all three are yes cards so far. Some truth, something might be coming out, something about details. King of Pentacles, yes. King of Cups, emotional stability, a need to bring stability back. There might be a tie-in with money with him. I don't know whether he's conservative or liberal. I don't know anything about the man really. But there's a need to bring back stability to the region. There's support for him to resign. Queen of Cups. Again. Or the That's a big yes, the Magician. Six of Cups, to return some stability, back to stability. Yeah, look, he could resign. Yeah, Four of Wands, minor celebration, Three of Wands, consequences, the Emperor. It's important because it'll bring back some stability, not just emotional, but political and civil stability. There's a bit of a mixed bag there. So yeah, he might resign. Yeah, Helena, he's conservative. He might have to resign. I think there's going to be something coming out about money, and also there's an increasing upset, I think, with the way in which I'm just feeling a whole mixed bag of things come out. You might not be the first one. There's a whole mix of emotional, political, social, civil distress that's building up in Canada. That video is not going to help the Trumps in the future. It's going to be like be equated to Nero fiddling while Rome burns, basically. Even though we all know it was taken before the Trump rally, before the trouble started. We also know now that people were down at the Capitol even at that time, talking to people about what their plans were and stuff like that. Let's see. Hi to everyone who's watching who's not on the chat. Do you want me to look at Canada for the next 3 months? Will they fake his death to get him out of the White House? No. No. They won't. They might say he's been taken to hospital for health reasons or something. No, they won't fake his death. These two cards flew out. They're going to give him a... Yeah, there's not going to be a need to go so unbalanced, I think. I'll take him to the hospital. Canada over the next 3 months with regard to... Will they be able to impeach him? I got a yes on that when I read the other day. If you go back to Thursday, I did read on that. Canada. Now we're looking at Canada. Now there's some hope for Canada with new deals, new partnerships, or reaffirmation of old partnerships. So they flew out. But we'll do a cross now with the rest of the cards. What's on the bottom? King of Swords. The thing I got was steady, firm leadership. Steady, firm leadership. And also prosecution of the law. I don't know why that in there, but we're looking at Canada in a general, so that's on the bottom. Okay. Okay, so there are some things going to be coming out about Canada. There's something going to be coming out about coronavirus and more truth, things that haven't necessarily come out for whatever reason, and they're going to start coming out about how some things were handled with the virus and with distributions and vaccine and equipment and stuff. So there's going to be stuff coming out about that. We're looking at Canada as a whole. Okay, the challenge for Canada over the next few months is going to be avoiding this old thing of leadership clashes between provinces and federal, and avoiding the it's my way or the highway, getting through those sorts of things, and also coming to grips with the term things that there might need to be investigations into certain things, but also the need to avoid the you do it my way or I'll cut you off type thing, or there's a lot of this. This is a lot of leaders fighting. No, my way's the best way. No, my way's the best way. I'm not going to give you access to transportation corridors through this, that, or the other, or stuff like that. That sort of argument. And there's also going to be, and also the thing Canada has to do is accept the need that there's going to be a need for investigation. At the base of this reading is there is going to be a transition into calmer waters, but it's turbulent. It's going to be turbulent. It's not going to be smooth. It's not going to be easy. To get to those calmer waters, you have to go through the rougher waters. So there's a bit of a journey there. Knight of Swords. Past actions are going to lead up to people diving in to defend themselves and their people, and also a little bit of chaos is going to ensure from some past actions from people. That's going to have to be dealt with. This is chaos ensuring out of things that have happened in the past 12 months or so with regard to coronavirus and stuff, that there's a bit of chaos that has to be worked through. Hanging over the top of the reading, which is good because we've got the bottom is the Six of Swords, navigating through some rough waters into calmer waters. There's also a reevaluation of sharing things. Thank you, Maria Almeida. Thank you very much. So nice. I really do appreciate the support that you guys show whenever you donate. Thank you. This is new deals, new sharing of resources, review of all those sorts of things, and it's going to be for the better. So that's getting through those calmer waters is also going to mean better allocation of resources and help and new deals between provinces and things. Immediate future for Canada. Wow, this is interesting. This is the Chariot. Something in the immediate future, there's going to be new momentum coming in, pushing things forward. Hopefully that's going to be with regard to the coronavirus. I'll ask that right now. It's a clarifier card. Is that new momentum and a feeling of victory? Is that to do with the coronavirus? Very soon. That's a yes card. That's a yes card. And resources. So again, it leads back to that sharing of resources. So that's not bad. That's good. In the environment for Canada at the moment. Two of Pentacles. There is still this air of having to juggle things, having to manipulate, having to make deals. That's still in the air at the moment, and it's still in the environment. It's going to be for the next couple of months at least. What do people see when they look at Canada? They need that when they look at the country. This Canadians, what do Canadians see when they look at it? They feel that like they've been neglected a bit, and neglected for a bit too long. There needs to be, as it's weeding out of noxious things in the garden. They need tending to. And they need basically a gardener who's going to be able to do that. Do you have any women, high-profile women, in either conservative or liberal? I got they're going to be looking to a woman for that. Okay. Hopes and fears for Canada. They want to avoid loss of life. They're hoping they can. They're fearing they might not be able to. That's very understandable. What are the outcomes for Canada? Strategy, new strategies being introduced to try and stop. This is, you know, often it's the thief card, but it's also the card of strategy. So new strategies being introduced to try and stop losses and basically lives being stolen by this virus. There could be 7 put forward and 5 are going to be taken up. Maybe look for 5 changes in the way that the government looks at things. How many provinces are there? I thought there were 6 provinces in Canada. Is that correct? I'm sorry if I got that wrong. There's still going to be some restriction. They're going to be locking down. There's going to be times of lockdown coming in order, and that's going to be a strategy to do that. And that's going to be part of the strategy is lockdowns. So people Canada are going to be locked down more, especially more in some of the more densely populated provinces. 10 provinces, 3 territories. Okay, thank you very much. Uncover the news. Ace of Wands, but there is going to be a new start, a new energy, and a fresh start, the opportunity for a fresh start. But there's still going to be loss and heartbreak. Look, there's a mix of good and bad here. Part of the strategy is some of the more densely populated provinces are going to have to lock down. There is going to be some new energy coming in, but there's still going to be loss and heartbreak. I'll do a few more cards because I was only looking at the next few months, like the first quarter or so. So let's have a look. But there's going to be quite a few changes there and a pickup of momentum on some things. And, yeah, so Page of Cups, some surprising news, emotional news. 10 of Wands, there's still a huge burden that Canada to carry. But things might start quickly. Oh, my goodness. I really don't want to. I wish I could be, it's all going to happen and that things are going to happen quickly and things are going to get better quickly. I didn't get that from this card. I'm really sorry. What I got was the UK strain spreading quicker and the burden of it. Increased burden. 10 of Pentacles. Possibly financial loss. But efforts will start. Efforts will pay off. You're going to come out of it feeling very embattled, but there will be improvement. there will be a return to some stability after a few months. But it's going to be a rough few months, guys, in Canada. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you that it wasn't. But that's indicated by, you know, the Six of Swords transition. But you've got to go through rough waters first. You know, there's a lot of indication here. The UK strains possibly coming in. I wish, you know, I'm not going to bulldoze you and say that, oh, it's all fine for Canada. No, you've still got a ways to go. A lot of countries do. We're lucky where we are, but that doesn't mean that we're going to dodge bullets forever, you know. Will more provinces have curfews? God. No, there's going to be, I can't know, but the lockdowns are going to be tighter and stricter even. But maybe some of the provinces where there haven't been cases might be able to lift some or loosen some restrictions. But the high population provinces, no, there might even be tightened restrictions. I'm sorry, guys, I wish I could give you better news, but yeah. Okay. Will more provinces have curfews? I'll do a quick question there. What will happen with Ontario? Will more provinces have? There's going to be some fight there's going to be some legal challenges to some of these curfews. They'll be tempered, but it's going to lead to some confusion as well. So, yeah, Ontario. Yeah. I did a reading a week or so ago on another global wave, and it looked like there was going to be another global wave. So, oh, Georgie, it's still going to be Morrison Free. It's still going to be a while. I think we're looking at hopefully being able to get back to normal. I did a reading on all the states a few days back, but it's going to be a few months. It's probably going to be into next year before we can be COVID free. Will the lockdown in Ontario be extended? I'll ask that question. Will the lockdown in Ontario be extended? I don't know which vaccine Canada's using. There's a few. Six of Cups. That's a yes, but it's also wine back of time. Queen of Wands. Compassion. Yeah, well, yeah, look, I think it could be extended because this is the Devil approach. I do think that UK strain is going to be coming in. Justice, they'd be justified in extending the lockdown in Ontario. Queen of Pentacles, they're going to apply more resources to it. Getting the vaccine, yeah, they're going to have to judge that. And there's going to be a resurgence. I got, you know, a waking up, a wake-up call, but I also got a resurgence in numbers. Pentacles is going to be a fine balancing act, but yeah, they're going to have to extend the lockdown in Ontario. People gathering together and celebrating, there's going to be a few instances. They're going to need to get to calmer waters. A return to emotional. It's going to be hard, but exposure. Yeah. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you more, but this thing is in order to hang on to some even modicum of control about this virus, they're going to have to, but there is hope for further in the future, but it's still a while away. It's the major arcana, so time-wise, it's still a while away. Doug Ford. The Premier of Ontario. Will he resign? I don't know what the MPP's was, but it is, but yeah. Deep breath, eh? Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario. Will he resign? He doesn't see why he should have to. Is he a bit like that? Knight of Cups, an offer. He's being offered an easy way out. Four of Wands, minor celebration. Return of stability, King of Cups. They're all yes cards. Queen of Wands, investigations. He's just investigations happening behind the scene there. Six of Cups, a return of some out in the cold. Yeah, he might have to resign. The Hierophant. Nine of Cups. Doing what he wanted. Not caring about others. Being a greedy merchant. Nine of Pentacles. People, Ontario isn't in the position it could have been in. It could have been in a much more secure position if he'd have told the truth and done the right thing. Page of Cups. It's going to be a new show. It's going to be a surprise. Overflowing emotion. Yeah, he might resign. We'll see. There's a very good chance he'll have to resign. Yeah. Okay. Yes. They're going to have to. I started putting the cards back in upside down. Oh my God. Okay, guys, what I think I'll do now is just do an oracle reading. What messages does Spirit have for us? But before I do that, I'm going to ask one question. I just got a really strong female coming through for Canada. Is Canada set to have a female prime minister? Has there ever been a female prime minister in Canada? I don't know. I think there may have been, but I'm not sure. Is Canada set to have a female prime minister soon? Is Canada set to have a female prime minister soon? Queen of Cups. Standing, defending, setting boundaries. Somebody who knows how to stand her ground and set boundaries. That's a no card. Nine of Cups. Yes. Yes. Ace of Cups overflows. Yes. King of Cups. Somebody with the full maturity, emotional maturity to do the job with the King of Cups. Doesn't matter that it's a king or a male figure, it's still, you know. Yeah. Somebody who's been out of the picture for a while, or who's been pushed out of the picture for a while, or being, not being allowed to flourish as they should have been. Nine of Pentacles, somebody who is able to control and maintain patience and assert control with confidence. Page of Cups, it would be very surprising, but it would happen. I still get a yes. I still get yeah. There's a strong possibility that Canada might end up with a female prime minister soon. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to grab a deck. Oh, I've got the Elemental Oracle deck, which hubby gave me part of my Christmas present. So I'm going to have a look at this. What messages does Spirit have for us today? So, thank you, guides at the highest. Truth and compassion. Just giving me insight, clarity into the questions that people have asked. When I saw Maria Almeida's comment on Trudeau, is a wonderful prime minister, but I'm afraid that he will not run for office anymore. I think his wife was a lot sicker than anybody knew, and it's sort of given him pause to think. Okay, let's see. What messages does Spirit have? Electricity, wildness, electricity. Depth, lake. Dive in. Power, volcanoes. Okay. It's not just in America or Canada, but everywhere. There are tense times that have ahead that fill the air with tension and anticipation. And a sense of maybe things could get out of control at the drop of a hat. Have to not be afraid to just dive in and get below the surface of things and have some faith that everything will be okay. Take a leap of faith, dive in there and power volcanoes. But there's also this fear that things, again, with the electricity, that explosiveness, things could get out of control at any moment. So that's me. That's what I got from those, just looking at those cards. And 36. Electricity. Embrace your wildness, break free from your self-imposed constraints. Take immediate action. There is no need for further consideration of your problem. You can contain the spark of the divine, so there is no real reason to feel lesser. Confront an issue head on. There's going to be confrontations happening. It's in the air. There will be confrontations, and that's what people are worried about. There will be confrontations. It's unavoidable. It's there. The lake depth. Deep. Do not allow the shallow alternative. Deep dive. Do the research. Do not cut corners. You may not be seeing the whole picture, so take time with your decision. Trust, and this is what, you know, there's going to be confrontations, but you have to trust that people are taking their time and are thinking things through. And trust that. Volcanoes. Old grudges should not be released and should be released and let go. Heavy energy hurts us, and we should hold it. Should we hold it for too long? Allow your anger to flow through you rather than saving it all up for an explosive release. Reformation may be necessary. Sometimes the greatest powers are hidden from view. You have the power to create energy. There's going to be a lot of anger flowing around out there. And you might be feeling a lot of anger in the next few days or weeks even. Don't save it. Don't hang on to it. Don't and then explode all over it. Allow yourself to feel it, and then allow it to just let go. And let go of it. Because hanging on to it and it feed bad energy into you is not going to help. Okay? There are tense times coming. Understand that. Have faith in the people who are doing the best they can, but it takes time sometimes for these things to happen. And don't allow explosive energy to build up and things. Just acknowledge it and let it flow out of your system. And don't send it to anyone either. Say, yes, I acknowledge it, you're there, but it's time for you to leave. Go back into the earth where you belong or whatever. Okay? Okay, my darlings, thank you so much for joining me today. Please take care of yourself. I will check in again in a few days. And if anything big happens, I'll do a short video or feel free to send me a video, an email if something big happens and stuff, and say, oh, please, or whatever. Yeah. And please look after yourself. Stay safe, stay strong, stay loving. Love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.